Welcome back to Living with a Classic. I'm here with the Daimler Coupe that's being converted from right hand to left hand drive. In the first video of this car, I started pulling everything apart and started going through the plan. Now it is pretty much an empty shell. I mean, the engine and gearbox is in there, but everything else is out of there. It's a blank canvas, and now it can be right or left hand drive, whatever you want. And I've laid out some of the parts. We're going to go through them. I'll show you some of the struggles I've had and a lot of things I've had to figure out. And then I'm going to start putting things back in. The only thing left to remove that is still right-hand drive is the steering rack. But I want to get the car up in the air to do that. And I want to fix one thing before that. We'll get to that in a little bit. And the parking brake. Otherwise, everything else has been completely removed from the car. It's pretty much an empty shell in here. We'll get to that in a little bit. Here are a couple of things. We'll start with the wiring harness. Top one is the one that came out, and it has bulkhead connectors on the sides. And I've gone through and checked that everything is the same on the right and left hand drive. The only difference is you got 3 cables on that side and 2 bulkheads on this side, 2 on that one and 3 on that side, and that's the wiper motor. So that works out because there are the same amount of connectors on both sides. Just need to move the wiper motor over. The wiper motor is the same on the right and left hand drive. However, the one thing that is different is where it comes in, because on a right hand drive car, over there is where the wiper motor sits behind the battery, but that is where the brake booster is on the left hand drive car. So the battery needs to move to this side, and that means the wiper mechanism as well. So what I have done is move this over here. It's the same mechanism as used on the other side. I've just modified it so that it works on this side now. So that's all been taken care of and is in place. Blanking plug's been moved from that side to this side. I'll get a little bit of a light for you guys. So that's all in place, pretty much ready to go. The heater matrix, or the heater box, is still pulled out because behind it, sort of where this line is over here, is where part of the wiring harness goes. So that is sort of left to do. I have also done some things with the throttle pedal. They are different on right and left hand drive, so I have a left hand drive one, but I have found that all of the screws and everything is pre-drilled and ready to go, so that is not a big deal. Here are those bulkhead connectors we talked about. Otherwise, the only thing left to do is here. This is the original brake pedal, and I just pulled this to show you guys. This is from a Series 1, but this is from a left-hand drive car. You can see the pedal, it goes a bit to the right, and it's the opposite on this car. So haven't made up my mind yet. I think I have a couple spare ones of these. We'll have a look, and then maybe I'll just grab the sort of pedal part of it and move that over, or we'll try and bend that one or something. Haven't really made up my mind about that yet, or maybe we'll just cut the part of it here and weld that one a little bit more over. There'll be some trial fitting, just seeing what that looks like and figuring all that out. I've made a bit of progress and once again figured some things out, but a big thing is the wiring harness is in place, sitting there behind the heater box. That is in place, and the heater hoses and everything are back on. It's all plugged in. I have a couple things to plug in on that side. But I need to move over everything, that mounting for the fuse box, and put the blower motors back in and all of that. So that will be my next thing here. Other than that, I've figured out a couple other things, moved some vacuum lines and things. So things are going pretty well, but now I'm just really going to do some boring things for you guys. I think that'll be it for this video, and then you'll get in the next video when I do some more interesting things. I'm going to put the blower motors back in. I'm going to move over the steering rack, and I'm not going to film that because that's just messy and oil dripping and stuff underneath, and you've seen it before. So I think the next time you see this car, we should get ready to put the steering rack in, the upper one in at least. I mean, the steering wheel and all of that. Fuse box should be in, and maybe we'll start getting the center console in and a couple of things. Not really sure, but this has been a big thing for me, just figuring this out, and now it feels like there's a bit more smooth sailing going on, because knowing that the wiring harness will fit and hopefully everything will work, and figuring out what I can move over has really been sort of a big thing. Now things should be pretty straightforward. So that's it for this video. Maybe not that much gotten done, but it is a lot more than it looks like, just because it's been a lot of figuring out and getting the wiring harness in and moving things over from the other harness that we're missing, like little protector things where the harness rides against metal surfaces, doesn't chafe. Lots of things like that, and tightening down all the clamps everywhere and making sure that everything plugs in, and that seems to be the case. So I'm going to continue fast tracking this thing, so next time you see it, it should really start to look like a car again and have the pedals and everything on the correct side. Then we got some brake lines to do and things, and we'll do a video on doing brake lines. We'll do it for both this one and the XJS in a combined video. But yeah, things are going pretty well. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. Till next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.